So yesterday I shared a story about a lady who was going to invest a significant amount of money implementing a brand new CRM system, and after a bit of a chat with myself, realised that maybe it wasn't the best fit for her business. So how do you go through this process yourself? How can you determine whether or not, and fairly quickly, whether or not a product or solution that you're being offered is a good fit for your organisation? And this is purely from a technical standpoint, or at least from a technology base, right? So it doesn't fit in every circumstance. But I use 5 key principles that I'm looking at whenever evaluating a product for a customer or for our own use. So the number one is cost or ROI. How much is the thing going to cost, and what's that return on investment look like? How long is it going to take you to pay this thing back? You're spending $100,000 and it's going to take you 6 years to pay that back. Yeah, you might sort of question whether or not that's a good fit. But if it's $100,000 that you're spending and it's going to take 3 months to pay that back, might be a really good deal. The next one is price transparency. And this is especially important for the small to medium business market. If you go onto the particular vendor or service provider's website and there's no price transparency, there's no sticker price listed on their website anywhere or not prominently made available, then you've got to ask the question, what are they hiding, right? And if it's always saying, here we have a pricing page, but request a quote, either they don't know or that it's really hard to sort of determine. And often what can happen, especially in these request a quote circumstances, the product is really suited better for larger or enterprise customers than necessarily yours. Doesn't mean it's a bad fit, but it's a early sign. The third one is the size of the sales team. So if you initiate the process and you're having a conversation with the vendor or the solution provider, if you're sitting in your boardroom or your virtual meeting space and going, well, there's myself and my business partner and 5 people sitting across from me, that's another indication I use that would suggest that this particular product is better suited for the enterprise market and therefore was have the pricing and the service costs associated with that to suit. It doesn't mean it's a bad fit, but again, it's something to look out for. The fourth thing is ecosystem fit. And what this means is that when you have a look at the particular product, you want to look for how does it play nice with the systems that you're already using. If you're using Microsoft 365, then look for opportunities to integrate with that particular product. They might talk about single sign-on, they might talk about Azure AD or Office 365 integration, etc. And that's great. But if it's only talking about Google stuff and you're playing with Microsoft stuff, then it's probably not a good ecosystem fit, and you're going to run into challenges whenever you're trying to get that to work with the rest of the stuff that you have. And the fifth thing is around support materials. What sort of materials do they have listed around support, right? Once you've got this particular application running, is there a bunch of YouTube videos or blog posts or support articles or an extensive support team that can help you troubleshoot, solve your own problems, but also to be able to help you when something goes wrong? So these are the 5 things I look out for: ROI, price transparency, size of the sales team, ecosystem fit, and support materials. There's more, but these 5 things will give you a pretty good indication of whether or not the product or service that you're looking at engaging or receiving is a good fit for your organization.